The things that you don't just ask people as soon as you see them. There are conversations you don't just start. Even mostly people and you've not seen them for a long time, or probably you've just seen them or you bump into them. There are things you don't just raise. There are things you don't say. Come on. For the sake of respect, and also for the sanity and mental health of the person you're talking to. Also the emotional health of the person you're talking to. There are things you don't start. There are things you don't say. And unfortunately, there are people who always do this as a way of life. Maybe it's their character. I don't know. But there's some people who are just like that. Let me break this down a bit. You've not seen someone for a very long time. A friend, probably a very close friend, an associate, someone you've not bumped into for a long time. Suddenly you bump into the person, you see the person, and the first question you ask the person is, how far are you married? Come on. Those are not the kind of questions you ask people immediately you see them, especially people you've not seen for a long time. Because you don't know, what if they're not married? What if life has happened to them? What if they're divorced? What if they've had relationship experiences they would never even want to recall or remember? But you just see them and the first thing you do is to slam into them and hit them with the question, are you married? There's some people who are just so crude. They are very unpolished. They don't care. They see someone and you don't know. Sometimes when you ask questions like this, you hurt the person you're talking to. You see, it's not as if maybe you can't ask questions. But sometimes bumping into the person and hitting the person with such questions immediately might not be the best. Sometimes you could wait for an opportunity or an opportune moment, or maybe reestablish contact, build something up again. Then out of care, you can ask the person the question. You have not seen someone for a long time and the very first question you ask is, are you married? And some people are so sarcastic that they even take it a step further. If the person is not married, wait till it happen now. I thought you were dating that guy since all that time. I thought you were dating that girl. What happened to that relationship? Look at you now. Are you getting younger? Why are you not married? You see, there are questions you ask people and you make them you make them remember things they will rather forget. There are things you don't just see people and confront them with immediately. You might be hurting the person. Some people will see you and the next question they ask you is, you don't tell, how many children do you have? Since when did having kids become competition? Is it the World Cup? I don't know. Is it the Olympic Games? Is life all about how many kids you have? Some people just see you. They have not seen you for a long time. And the first question is, how many you don't born? How many children will you get now? That's a crazy question. What if the person is suffering fertility issues? What if the person has been childless for so many years? And then you hit the person with such a question the very first time you meet the person, you're heartless. And if that's a character you have, you better stop it. You don't hit people with such questions immediately you see them. Try sometimes to reconnect first of all. Don't go into hitting people with questions of things they will rather want to forget. Some are even, I'm trying to control myself from using some kind of words. Some even push it a step further. Rub it in. They rub it in. And they say, you don't born? You never born since? What? Wait till they wait now. Why you no one born? How can you be asking someone such a question? So are you telling me that if it was easy to have kids the way the person would have wanted, the person wouldn't have had kids? Why are people like this? There are people, and I don't know whether some do it innocently, but if that's a character and a nature you have, you better stop it. It's very, very wrong because some person's life has happened to them. There are people you meet and the first question they ask you, are you still living at that place? You're still there. What are you still living at? Why are you still staying there? Are you still working at that place? For how long now? You never come off of that place since? Man. Goodness gracious. See, let's put this straight. This is a wrong approach to people. If you want to ask people some questions, maybe out of care, wait for a good time or map out a good time. Sketch a good time yourself if you're showing care to ask such questions. Don't hit people with some kind of questions because you don't know their journey. You don't know what they have fought. You don't know what they have confronted. You don't know life has happened to a lot of people. That life is smooth for you or it has been moving smoothly for you doesn't mean it's the same thing with every other person. We might all be classmates, we might all be housemates, we might all be age mates, we might all be religious mates, we might be mates in different kinds of ways. But the truth is that life happens to each person differently. Your journey is not my journey. Another person's journey is not your journey. Yours might have moved smoothly, but other person's journeys might not have been like that. Some people's journeys were tough. What some people have conquered, you can never conquer in your life. what some people have gone through to still be standing. You asking all those questions, you can't go through what they have gone through. So mind the kind of questions you ask people. Don't ask people that. Instead, sometimes allow people to bring up the discussion. If they're interested in telling you, they will tell you themselves. It's not for you to go and start digging up old wounds. Some people want to forget some things. Some people are trying to heal, and maybe that's when you bumped into them and then you go back and reopen old wounds. It's not that way. Treat people with some respect, okay? With decorum, treat people with respect. Every human being deserves respect. We've all fought our own battles. If some of us tell you our stories, you won't ask us some kind of questions. If some of us tell you what we've lived with and what we've lived through, you won't ask us some kind of questions. So please, make they use sense, they do some kind things, so that the world will be better for all of us. Please, you can go to my YouTube channel, Kingsley Oji TV, OJI, and you'll see tons and tons of inspirational videos there. Go there and please subscribe, encourage me so that you can help me grow my YouTube community, and share this video if it's been a blessing to you. Kingsley Oji again, normal on my hair, man, trying to give someone out there reason to stay alive and a purpose for living. Thank you very much.